Hi, my name's Margaret. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Creative Card Readings. I got a missing person again. She went missing about 11 years ago. This is Haleigh, the young lady who went missing. And there's a younger picture of her when she went missing, and there's an older picture of what she would look like now if we found her. Well, if someone in America found her. She's an American lady. I'm here in Australia, that's why I'm saying it to you now, because, yeah. So I'll give you a bit of background about Haleigh. She's when she went missing, she was 5 years old. This was in 2009. She was living with her dad and his girlfriend at this stage. When she went missing, she was with his girlfriend. So what happened? She went to bed about 8. I'm assuming the girlfriend went to bed about 10 o'clock. So in between 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning, she went missing. So it's in between that. So about 7.5 hours between that she went missing. So what happened that the girlfriend got up in the middle of the night, about 3:30, went to go to the toilet and realised the back door was open and the kitchen light was silent. So she was a bit concerned about this. So some reason she went back to her bedroom where her and Haleigh's brother was sleeping in one bed, and Haleigh was in another bed on her own. Pardon me. So she went to check on Haleigh and realised Haleigh wasn't there. So she went to look. Well, it's 2 theories in this, where she straight away rang up the police, or 20 minutes later she rang up the police on the way, and yeah, and the police came and trying to look for Haleigh, and they couldn't find her. This has been going for 12 years. They still haven't found her, and that's pretty much how it happened. Oh yeah, with the door, there was a brick holding the door open at the back door, and that's pretty much what happened. Like I said, the dad lives with his girlfriend, and they live with the sister and brother, Haleigh and her brother. So that's pretty much how it works. I'm gonna go step by step because I got a whole heap of information here, and I got this from the news and stuff around on the YouTube channel, and later on I might do a little bit on the psychic side. Now, I might start with this first. I find this a bit dodgy. A lot of different reasons, and I'll go through it. So I'm going to go step by step, like I said, but I'm going to do my little theories with this too, because I think when you hear what I say and it makes sense, yeah, it would make sense, because some things I didn't put this in here, and I'll give you a bit of background about the family. Now, the dad and his girlfriend's always been in trouble with the law, with drugs or violence. The mother is trying to take custody of Haleigh's brother, and in before that, she was trying to take custody of Haleigh and her brother. Haleigh's mum seems to lie a bit, but as we go through this, you find the girlfriend seems to lie too. And the dad's quite violent, has a violent background too, because he harms his ex-wife, I'm assuming, or ex-girlfriend, and sounds like I don't know if he was careless or he just has violent background. Haleigh had a few issues with the dad too. She loved her dad, but she had a few issues with the dad too. So that's pretty much the background, and I'll talk about the little post drop points that I picked up on this and a bit of my food behind these because it's quite interesting and a little bit more history about it. Like I said, she was 5 years old. She went missing in Florida. I don't have a exact address. They're not saying exact address. That makes sense because they might be still living there. And it was the California bungalow, I think that's what they call it these days, and she went missing in February. The girlfriend did ring up 911. Back here it's triple O. If you're Australian, you're watching it, it's like your triple O thing. So yeah, so what happened through this things that happened, it's quite interesting and I want to share with you. So like I said, the girlfriend rang up 911, and I find it really interesting because you've got two theories related to this. And one says she rang up about 3, right after when she found that Haleigh was missing, yeah? And that makes sense, yeah? But then later on she says 20 minutes later, like about 3:30, she rings the police. So, like I said, yes, the mother lies, but the girlfriend's lying too here. Oh, they're making something I heard that's not make sense. Is it 3 or is it 3:30? I mean, did she wait for 20 minutes to ring up the police? I mean, realistically, it does make sense if you did wait it for 20 minutes because you want to have a look around. No, you don't know where Haleigh is. She might be hiding. Yeah, something like that. So it does make sense if she did, but why say one thing and then say something else? Yeah, and I thought that's quite interesting. So that's interesting. So I thought I'll pass that one on to you. And the other thing is, anyone's related to Haleigh when people interview that person, and I don't get it. And this is I find this quite interesting. We wouldn't do this in Australia, yeah. That a lawyer is with that person, like the father, the mother, the girlfriend. I just find it really interesting. No matter who they talk to, they had a lawyer with them. And I thought that's quite interesting. Why would you, if you know you're in the world, why would you have a lawyer with you? Yeah, so I thought that's quite interesting. Another thing I didn't put in here, and I really don't think it's, it might be, maybe not, I don't know, but a month later when Haleigh went missing, the girlfriend and the father got married. I don't know what I think about that, so yeah, I just want to share that with you. The other thing is, there was a car. Now, I don't know if this car is related to Haleigh's cousins or sisters or whatever, but there was a car that someone saw and had a scratch on their car. And this lady thought, that's unusual. When I went out, it wasn't there. So I rang up someone who used it before me, and she must have thought it may be related to Haleigh. The only reason I think that, because she said, I hope you put the scratches in my car. And it's an unusual thing to say to someone, yeah? So for me to hear that, she's worried that the car was maybe related to the situation, that they might have took Haleigh, or they might have moved Haleigh, whatever. So I thought that's quite interesting. And the police checked this car head to toe. They looked for prints. They looked for anything that is unusual and it wasn't related to the owner. So that's quite interesting, I thought. So they really looked into it. And like I said, the dad and the girlfriend were at the state's ex-wife. Had a lot to do with drugs. The police had an undercover. Police came and tried to sell, was selling, what is it? buying drugs of these two people, Ron and Crystal, I think her name, Cassie, something like that, trying to sell buying drugs of them, and they got this on tape, and they went to court, jail for this. So yeah, so I thought that's interesting, because you never know, it might be related to drugs. I mean, I have heard of this before, where people will sell their kids off for drugs. I mean, it's just a theory, but you just don't know, do you? You really don't know. I mean, you just have these people related to drugs, and next minute the father's daughter went missing. So that's why I'm saying it. I mean, hopefully it's not related to that, because God help to Haleigh, whatever it was. So yeah, so I thought I'll put that one in for you. If you want to know what I'm doing, I've got my computer open so I can tell you things related to it. So that's one thing. And the other thing was the day before Haleigh went missing, the dad saw Haleigh getting off the school bus, and gave him a big hug and all that. So to me it sounded like they had a normal day, like it was an okay day, they didn't have any issues. So I thought that was interesting. Now, the other thing I found this was interesting, when like I said, I'm assuming the girlfriend went to bed about 10, because she said something about 10 o'clock at night, and entering that time in 3 or 3:30 that Haleigh went missing. And there was a bit about the bed. Now, the bed, like I said, Haleigh was on the bed next to the wall, and about 3 and 3.5 feet away was the dad and his girlfriend bed. But like I said, Dad was off to work. He must have done night shifts. So he came in about 3:30, and so Haleigh's brother was with the dad's girlfriend in the same bed. Now, that's okay, but what I hear in the story of Haleigh's dad's girlfriend is she got up to go use the toilet. Now, I've been told this is like a master room, and as a master room, you normally have a bathroom in it. In this situation, she had a bathroom in it. But she, instead of using this bathroom, she went out towards another bathroom. It was in a further area in the house. Now, I don't know exactly. It must have been between the lounge room and the kitchen. That's all I can tell you, but I could be wrong. So, there's a lot in this I really find it really interesting. Like, one, like I said, she got up, she walks out, I don't know if she saw it from the bedroom or she walked out and she sees the light. That makes sense, you know, you can see the light from the bedroom because you have to go out, turn left, and there's the kitchen and the lounge room, and you would see the light from the lounge room, from your bedroom, because she leaves the girlfriend and the father always leaves the door open, yeah. So that makes sense if you see the lights on from the bedroom, yeah. That makes sense, but what happens, like I said, she gets out, goes to use the toilet, she goes towards the kitchen and she sees the door open with the brick on the ground, yeah. Comes back, check on Haleigh, yeah. Now there's a lot of things in that really, really doesn't make sense to me. One, like the two beds, like one's next to the wall and one with Haleigh and her brother, Haleigh's brother and the girlfriend in this room, in this bed. Now, being close to each other, like 3.5 feet away from each other, you will see each other, right? But when the girlfriend gets up, she didn't even think about Haleigh. Like, that would be my first reaction. Look down, because she's so close to me. I want to have Haleigh is. I'm not even see how Haleigh is, but just seeing a shadow of Haleigh, you know. And she didn't do that. And I thought, that's unusual, because I know myself. If I'm just 5 feet away from somewhere, something, I'll take notice of that. So for me, seeing a young a 5-year-old in a bed, and she's not that small. A 5-year-old person is not that small. I mean, they're small, but not that small, yeah? You'll see the shadow or the shape of that child. But Haleigh's girlfriend didn't. And I found that really interesting in itself. Yes, the light I get, like you can see the light from the kitchen with the door wide open. I get that, yeah? But not seeing Haleigh, especially with the light on, yeah, it just makes sense to me, yeah? So that's another thing in itself. So I thought I would bring that one up, and it's really interesting how she recognized the brick on the ground. But she didn't recognize Haleigh wasn't on the bed 2.5 to 3 feet away from her. That's really interesting to myself, yeah. I would recognize if someone was in that bed or not. I mean, I did active night. I work with people with disability, and sometimes I didn't need my torch, so I can just open up the door slightly and see if the person's okay. And that was like 5 to 6 feet away, and she's only 3 feet away. You get it? Yeah. So that's quite interesting in itself. So, yeah. And the other thing with this, I didn't put in, someone said, I don't know who it said it, but this heard someone coming in to the bedroom and taking Haleigh. Like, to me, yes, 1 or 2 of you might not wake up, but at least 1 of the 3 of you will wake up. And that's really interesting in itself. And one of the things was with this, I didn't put it in, but the brother, because the brother's, I think he's 2 years younger than Haleigh. So yeah, 2 years difference. And so someone said there's a man who had a black, he said it was a man who had a black top and pants on, came into the room. Like, yes, I don't know. I do question that, because a 3-year-old won't remember a lot of stuff. Why would they remember that? To me, it just makes no sense. So yeah, that in itself, it's interesting. So I thought I'd pass that one on. And please really feel, well, just like I said, this was, I only got the first 2 years when I did the YouTube stuff. I didn't go any further into it. I might get more into it later, but yeah. And one of the things is, the police feels like it's Haleigh's dad and the girlfriend's got something to do with this, yeah, at this stage. Yeah, so I thought I'll pass that on. And I think it's more because, yeah, like I said, drugs related, the dad had a violent attitude. Yeah, and then I don't know if I passed on to you about the car. 1 year, she was 3 years old, and her dad and girlfriend, or I think it was the ex-wife, was at their car, and the ex-wife had to go and get stuff, yeah? And so she left Haleigh and Dad there, and some reason Dad just didn't see Haleigh what she was doing, yeah? I don't know why, but he just didn't see it. So the ex-wife came in, said, "Where's Haleigh?" Dad wasn't very happy. He sounds like he went along and put all the blame back on her, and for some reason she thought of this pipe. I'm going to call it pipe. I can't remember the name of it because that's what we call it, like a drain. This drain you can go in. And she thought of this with Haleigh. So she went to this place, and this place was full of water. And she went straight to this place, and she sees Haleigh on face down in this water. Went in to grab her, and she started CPR on her. So yeah, I don't know, because I don't know how long the father left her without seeing her. I can't say this was careless or not, but it does make me think about that bit. Yeah, so that's another thing. It's a lot of things related to the family. The other thing is the police did have there was a whole heap of people, names I haven't heard of it, so I'm not going to go down that road with it, but there was a whole heap of people came and looked for Haleigh, people who fly helicopters, people walk, look through the bushes, look for her, people looked in the river, a whole heap of stuff they did. So they had a good look around for her. But as you can see, this is 12 years later and I haven't found her yet. So that's interesting. The other thing is they talk to I don't know if it's sex offenders or sex offenders like of group places, like you know how people will go and get help when they're headed to in trouble with the law, that kind of thing. I don't know if it's that kind of thing or they talk to individual sex offenders. I'm not quite sure because I'm assuming back then America would have had their what you call it thing, if you've done it you'd be on a list so people know who you are. I'm assuming back then they would have had that, yeah. So that's an interesting thing too. So they know they ruled out sex offenders here. So they had no idea it was related to sex offenders. And like I said, the door was open with a brake. And I found that really interesting. Like I said, the girlfriend saw the brake, but then when she woke up, she didn't think about Haleigh. Like she didn't. Yeah, to me this makes no sense. And the thing with the toilet, I was going to say too with this one, a lot of people have issues. Why did she go to the further toilet and not the one in the room? And I do have a theory with that. And the theory is if she was still on drugs or she's smoking dope, she probably wouldn't want to do it in front of Haleigh and this brother. And that's probably why she went to the back, because you wouldn't be able to smell it. Yeah, I know with myself, when I was younger, I knew people around me who would smoke dope, and I would smell it just like that. So people would know not to smoke it around me. Yeah, so it might be the same theory with the girlfriend, yeah, because they were into drugs. So yeah, so that's my theory in that bit. And it's just a theory. I could be completely wrong with that, but it is just a theory, yeah. So that's another thing. From what I get it to, there's a little bit of history with the mum and dad. I thought this is interesting in itself, yeah. Now, like I said, the dad has a girlfriend at this stage, but when the mum and the dad were together, the mother says the dad had nothing to do with the kids. She had everything to do with the kids, like feeding them, washing them, looking after them. And when he went, it must have got to a point, because what she said, the father took the kids and said he would be back, but he never came back. And because of that, and she was going to take him to court, but something later that he didn't get to the court, or there's a piece of paper that he didn't pass on to her that she didn't get, because of that, he got custody. That's what I heard, and I thought that's quite interesting because, from my understanding, that it was a big custody battle, and the mother said it's kind of like it was a fault in it. That's why he had him. But at the same time, he still had issues with drugs. So yeah, I thought that's quite interesting in itself. So yeah. Because you would think now a father went off with a child and said, "Oh, I'll be back with that child." Doesn't matter if it's here in Australia or in America. You just have to ring out the police. Such and such took my child. My ex-partner took my child. I don't know where it is, but for some reason this didn't happen. So I thought that's quite interesting in itself. So that's it. The other thing is, and when they were together, the mother said it was quite a violent partnership there. So yeah, I'm just going by what the mother said. And because they did say the mother does seem to lie a bit, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I know people around here who lie to the teeth, not even for major stuff like this. So yeah, so I thought I'd share that with you. Yeah, let's pass that one on to you. I can't remember what that one was about. Yeah, that was wrong. Cat. No, that's alright. The other one was yeah, I've talked about that one. Now, before Haleigh went missing and he got married to the girlfriend, before that, they've both been in jail, and I don't know how much after, but after they went in jail too. And the one when they went into jail for after when she went missing was related to selling drugs to an undercover cop, and it was all on video. So I thought that was important. The theory is that with some people is if they're in jail, they might open up with Haleigh, but it didn't work. As you can see, Haleigh's still missing. Like I said, this is only up to 2 years after Haleigh went missing. So yeah, so that's interesting. And what else? Talked about that. Now the other thing with Haleigh, like the girlfriend says, or the girlfriend and the mother, I don't know about the mother, but the girlfriend and the father say Haleigh would never run off, and she's frightened of the dark. It's a typical 5-year-old thing. But as you just heard, Dad caught his eye off on her. I don't know how long, but she did run off on him and his on her mum. So yeah, someone lied there, like she does run off. So does that mean the other line but the dark too? Is she really fighting up the dark? Yeah, granted most kids her age, 5 years old, are fighting up the dark, but not all of them are. So yeah, so that made me think. The other thing is, and two, I just realised then, if she was frightened of the dark, I know they said the kitchen light was on, but the family didn't turn their light on. That's what they were saying. But when when the girlfriend went to the toilet, the light was on. But if Haleigh was fighting up the dark, wouldn't you somehow have a light on for her? There was no light on for her, yeah. So that's interesting itself. So the other thing was, yeah, that's the thing too. The girlfriends, this is on the news. It's all in the one. I think it was. I'll just go and see what it is. I think it was on the 35 My News or the 46 Fox News. I can't remember what one it was. And this is quite interesting because the lady's interviewing Haleigh, the dad's girlfriend, and she goes, the back door. They're talking about the back door, and she goes to the father, says, do you ever use the door? No. Simple as that. No, that's okay. Then he goes to the girlfriend. She goes to the girlfriend, said the same thing, no. And then she talks about things like, did they have friends over or anyone came over, like, and she said, yeah, like her cousins, aunties and all that came over, and there's another 2 or 3 questions she asked. Then she goes back to this door and she goes, do you ever use the door for anything? And it's really weird because she then turns around and says, yeah, remember when I take out the garbage, when I'm back and cleaning the car, stuff like that. So that's quite interesting, and it's both on the same news. So 1 minute she's saying, no, I don't use the door, and then next minute she's saying, yeah, I do use the door for the garbage and cleaning out the car. So that's really interesting in itself. So she's kind of contradiction herself here, and I find that really interesting because the other thing that the person said to her, is it easy to open the door? No, the boyfriend, the dad said it's hard to open up this door. You can shut it really easily, but you can't. You can open it easily, but you can't lock it easily. Yeah, so it's really interesting that 1 minute she does use the door, next minute she doesn't. Like the dad was quite open with her, said, no, I don't use the door itself. And he doesn't change the thing, but she did. And I thought, that's interesting in itself. Yeah, so, yeah. The other thing was, I can't remember why I put that one in there. So, yeah, so the toilet I talked to you about. Now the 2 bedrooms, no, the 2 doors, this is quite interesting. Now, and I have heard it, I saw it on the news, and the wooden door, when you close it's quite quiet, it takes time and shuts itself. Now there's a screen door that I'm assuming keeps the flies away, but that slams, yeah, it does slam. And I'm thinking about this man in black, yeah, I'm assuming the brother meant to see it. Wouldn't you wake up to that? Like, I'm a heavy sleeper, but I wake up to dangerous stuff, noise. So if I feel like someone was walking in my house, I will wake up to it. So it leads me into that door, because even if you're not a heavy sleeper, you might be a light sleeper, you will hear that door slam. Like, at least one of you will hear that door slam. Yeah, and not do anything with it. I find it really interesting. So to me, it kind of makes sense. Doesn't make sense that someone walked into the house. Really, it doesn't make sense to it. And the dad came home about 3:30 to 4, and he did talk to the police, but I don't know, it was at the same time that the girlfriend rang him or not, but yeah, he's furious. She goes, you better find them before I find him, I'll kill him, I don't care if I go into jail or not. So he was pretty annoyed at the whole situation, but that's pretty much it with the theories. There's a whole heap of more theories. So I'm going to go into a lot of my theories in this now. It's going to be psychic in this theory. So if you're not into psychic stuff, I'll probably just turn this off right now because it would be related to Beth. So my theory is I feel like, and this is not the psychic bit, but this is what I feel like, that she might have walked out on her own. Like, she's 5 years old. 5 years old kids are curious. Like, and the clue, that there's this clueless in them. Like, they can, well, if this doesn't work, let's try this kind of thing. Like, a lot of kids are like that. That are entering, I would say entering 4 and 8, they're very much like this. They will sit down and say, well, if I can't keep this door open, what can I do to get this door to stay open? If they use the brick. Yeah, she might think, oh, let's get this brick. And as a kid at 5, they can be quite strong. So I thought that's quite interesting. And I thought maybe she might have just wanted to get out, and she just opened up the door and went out. Now, there's a lot of bushlands around this place. So, yeah, I don't... The highly likely I see with this house that someone walked in the closest to it. Someone at the door, she's up and walking around, she might have turned on the light, and the person would say, come with me. And it would have been them go into the house, to be at the door saying, come with me, and she might have went with him or her. Yeah. The other thing, I have a theory in it, because like I said, the girlfriend is changing her stories so many times. 1 minute's 3 o'clock, next minute's 3:30, that she rings up the police. 1 minute's, yeah, there's a whole heap of stuff around that. So I'm wondering if the girlfriend accidentally done something and just try to cover it up, like whatever happened. Or in with Haleigh, maybe the Haleigh that wandered off and she didn't want to talk, the girlfriend didn't want to get in trouble, and she would know what happened with the father and all that, so she just thought, let's make a story up with the bricks and the lights kind of stuff. I'm wondering if that happened with it. Or secondly, like I said, the girlfriend done something and she's trying to cover it up. Or two, things might have happened before it meant to happen. Like something happened in the day that just made up that, well, I wouldn't say that, but entering before the father left to 4 o'clock that morning, I would say, something happened to Haleigh and just covering this up. Something like that, like just made stories up. But I hardly don't think that happened. Like I said, from what I get, the dad's not actually lying. Like he admits he had issues with drugs. Dor admits he had issues with drugs, and he doesn't say much about the violent side of it, but he does. Dor do say stuff about related to drugs. Like I said, the other thing is, if this sold Haleigh for drugs, that does happen. I have heard about it before. I'd sold Haleigh for money. Things do happen. We don't know. So that's just theories I got out there. Or someone just came along. No, I wouldn't say that either. So I feel like it's something like that. But my psychic side of me says something completely different. I would say it's completely different. And it normally is a completely different thing. What I picked up, yes, Haleigh walked that side on her own. I can see her getting up the steps. This is psychic. So this is me just picking it up. She walks up on a chair, turns on the light, gets back down, walks out, wanders around about outside, And the brick wasn't there at this stage. There was no brick. This one picking up, there's no brick. And this she wanders outside, and I see a tall, thin guy with dark hair. Now I don't know it's black or brown. Sorry, I just know it's dark hair. He starts talking to Haleigh like a friend, like, "Hi, my name's Margaret. What's your name?" That kind of thing. So he gets friendly with Haleigh. Then they hold each other's hand because she gets like comfortable with this young man, and I reckon he's about between 30 and 40s, and he just takes her into the bush. Just takes her into the bush. Now with the bush, I'm not quite getting what side of the house they are. I see him just walking into the bush, so it can be the front, the back, I don't know. But there's a lot of trees, and that's all I can tell you with this. I'm not getting left, right, front or back. I'm just getting lots of trees, and they walk into this bush, and yeah, and that's where I have to sadly say that's where she gets murdered. And with this situation, I'm picking up a fisherman knife. The knife that you know, the one you have the normal wooden handle, and they've got that round bit on it. Yeah, it's like that. I see that. And then I've seen this about 5 foot high square, I'm going to call it metal box because I don't know what's in it. Here in Australia we use it for electronics, water, anything that we want to save. I don't know what it is there. It could be water, I don't know. But it's this big giant 5 foot square metal thing out in the bush. It's close to their home, but not close to their home. It's easy to walk there to this box, but it's not close enough to be like 5 feet away from their house, that kind of thing. And with this box, I see that fisherman knife, and I see it under this box. And I feel like if they can find this knife, they will find Haleigh, and if they find Haleigh, everything else will fit into place. That's what I'm picking up on. I'm not getting names. I'm getting a male, like he's tall, he's thin. But it's almost like he talks to her about like, do you know where your mum and dad is? Do you want to look for him? Yada yada yada, that kind of stuff. So it sounds like he was discerned at the start, but somehow he just takes her and murders her. What else am I picking up on? Okay, this is the stuff I just put on earlier. Yeah. So like I said, there was no brick at the door. I'm picking up the girlfriend put that there later on, and I don't even think it was there when the father came in. I'm picking it up when the police came, and that's where they saw the brick. And that's what I'm picking up on. I pick up on the light was on, so yeah. And I'm picking up the girlfriend's worry about the outcome of it. That's what I'm picking up on it. I'm not getting names or anything like that. And I feel like I said, this box is close enough that people will see it. But for some unknown reason, people haven't thought about this box. It's big. It's really weird because I keep on seeing green, but then I see blue and white. So I don't know really what colour it is. So I'm seeing them 3 colours, and like I can see the blue and green together. It might be aqua, but I don't know why the white's in it. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. And I feel like people actually walk by this box itself, and people just haven't really thought about it. And because it's been so long ago that she's been missing, and the knife been there, I'm picking out, like, you need something like a metal detector, like something that you can pick up stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm picking out it might be a bit hard to do because it's around a metal box. So yeah, yeah, and actually, yeah, some reason I'm picking up someone's about feet away from this box. Yeah, so it's interesting in itself. So that's what I'm picking up on. And there's a path. Now, I don't know if they stayed on this path, but I see a path. So the box might be, might be able to see the box itself on the path, or the box might be on the path itself, but you can see the box itself when you're on the path. What else am I picking up on it? And I picked up Daddy. Now, saying that, I'm not hearing, I'm not hearing Daddy did it, but I'm hearing Dad. Normally, if someone did it, like the mum or Dad did it, I'll hear Dad did it. I'm not hearing that, I'm just hearing Dad. So for me to hear Dad, there's might be something in that, but I don't think Dad did it itself. Like this, maybe he knows something. Maybe it's related to that, or people are blaming Dad for it. I don't know, but I hear Dad, so there's something in that. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much what I'm getting. And you do hear this on the news, but I'm picking it up that the girlfriend's not, or the ex-wife now, is not telling all the truth. No, it's not everything is the truth. And I really think what I'm picking up now is if they find Haleigh, she'd be more open with it. The girlfriend, the ex-wife, it would be more open with it. That she would just spill the beans kind of thing. But with Haleigh, with the girlfriend getting accidental. So I don't know if it's, yeah, that's what I'm picking up here now. The door itself, like I said later earlier, with the door, 1 minute she says she used it, the next minute she does. The night that Haleigh went missing, the door was open. And the girlfriend says accidentally left the door open, unlocked, I should say unlocked. It was accidentally unlocked. That's why Haleigh went out there. I'm getting that, and so it was an accidental thing. That's what I'm getting now. Yeah, so it's an accidental thing, but the girlfriend is worried about it because she's worried about the outcome of it all. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up as a psychic. So, and I am picking up that she has passed. Yeah, that's it. If this is useful, please pass it on. And if you have any information on Haleigh, please pass it on to your police. Like, it'd be nice to find her and give closure to the people who she loved and the people who loved her. So, because it's it is hard for her in her situation because her mum and dad had horrible issues, but her mum and dad did love her, and her other relatives did love her, so it'd be nice to give them closure. So if this is helpful, and if this is giving you information that you never thought about, and you go, that might be useful, and you're not sure, let's pass it on and let the police make that choice for you. They are quite useful in that way, and they are asking for questions in this, and yeah, that's it. Share if you feel like you can share it, and yeah, that's all. Bye.